Did you know that the Alamo was once a mission? In 1718, Spanish missionaries founded the first European settlement in Texas. They built a mission to convert the indigenous people to Christianity, but the indigenous people fought back and the mission was abandoned. For decades, it sat empty until Mexican troops took over the area. When they heard about the Alamo, they thought it would make a great fortress, so they repaired the walls and stationed some soldiers there. Meanwhile, the people living in Texas were not happy being ruled by Mexico. They wanted freedom, so they started a war. At first, the Mexicans were winning, but then the Texans fought back, and in 1836 they laid siege to the Alamo. The Mexicans inside the fort were outnumbered, but they were determined to hold out. They knew that if the Texans captured the Alamo, it would be a major victory for the rebels. For 13 days, the Mexicans fought bravely, but they were eventually forced to surrender. All of the Mexican soldiers inside the fort were killed. This battle was a turning point in the war. It inspired the Texans to fight even harder for their freedom. And today we remember the Alamo and the heroes who fought and died there. Okay, now it's time for some fun. How much do you remember? Let's play a game. Choose the right answer. What was the name of the mission before it was an Alamo? A mission San Antonio de Valero, B. Alamo, C. Mission. The mission San Jose y San Miguel de Aguayo. In what year did the Battle of the Alamo take place? A. 1718, B. 1836, C. 1865, D. 1910. Who were the first people to build a settlement at the Alamo? A. Mexican soldiers, B. Indigenous people, C. Spanish missionaries, D. French traders. The Alamo was originally built as a fortress, B. Trading post, C. Mission, D. Palace. How long did the Battle of the Alamo last? A. 3 days, B. 6 days, C. 13 days, D. 20 days. What happened to the Mexican soldiers after they surrendered? A. They were all executed, B. They were all imprisoned, C. Some were killed and some were imprisoned, D. They all escaped. Answer. A. Mission San Antonio de Valero, B. 1836, C. Spanish missionaries, C. Mission, D. 13 days. A. They were all executed. If you got 5 out of 6 correct, you're a history expert. Wow. If you got 4 or 5 correct, you're a history buff. If you got 3 or 4 correct, you're a history enthusiast. And if you got 1 or 2 correct, well, you're a history rookie. But don't worry, you can always learn more about the Alamo and other historical events.